I've been keeping a close eye on what you've had to say about Colin Kaepernick and what you believe the end game will be for him. Just the Cliff's Notes for me, I think ultimately he has a job because there aren't enough people who play the position adequately. I think he'll have a job eventually. What do you think is the end game for him?
I sure thought that was the truth. Going into this, I gave my line. I said, if Blaine Gabbert gets a job ahead of him, then something's screwy here, because that should not happen. I watched a lot of them both up close, and there was no way, whatever system, style, schemes, whatever football question you have, Colin Kaepernick should not have a job behind Blaine Gabbert. When Blaine Gabbert got a job with Arizona, I started wondering. I said, are the doors shutting for Colin Kaepernick? Now maybe he's got this nibble from Seattle. Maybe it becomes more than that. He should have a job. He's better than Trevon Boykin, I believe, on any way you want to measure it. He's better than Blaine Gabbert. He's better than E.J. Manuel. There's any number of quarterbacks he's better than. I understand the distraction part. I understand he wasn't very good in the last 2 years. He should have a job in the league. I now question whether he will, or even if he gets invited to a training camp, is it for show? I think that's now the question. Is he going to get a real chance to win a job? I think he can. I think he should. I think he'd be a real good backup. He'd be one of the best backups in the league if he signs. I don't know. Once the Blaine Gabbert line got crossed, Scott, I'm not real sure what's going to happen with Kaepernick, just because of all the other things that maybe NFL owners and GMs aren't comfortable with him. And I think that's the wrong decision. This should be a football decision.
Do you think that from what you've gleaned that the Seattle interest is genuine?
I think it's kind of I think the Kaepernick camp would always wanted him to see with Seattle. They liked the way that fit with him. They liked the community. They liked the fit with Russell Wilson. They liked Pete Carroll. I think Seattle's kind of understands that, and they would like to make it work. I have not heard that they've talked contract at all. I have not heard that this is way down the road. But I do think that the Kaepernick camp has looked at Seattle the whole time as the most likely option. And Seattle saying, hey, is he better than Trevon Boykin? I mean, it's hard for them to argue that point. So that might be kind of where this is headed. I don't think it's real close to happening right now. I think both sides have to take a little longer. And I think the Kaepernick camp is a little leery about kind of a cameo show up for training camp. The NFL can say, hey, look, we went to a camp, and then he gets cut after a week or two. I'm not sure that's the case here. I think the Kaepernick camp's a little worried about that, though.